What's up, you guys? It's your dark skin girl with a motive, Poko, and we are back, baby, with the Melanin Motive, where we have kind of conversations about navigating life as we know it in our 20s and in our 30s. This is a map, a melanin motive, GPS coordinates, and a motive to navigate through this maze we call life. We are all trying to figure it out. Why not figure it out together? What's up? What's good? What's popping, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I welcome you into this safe space, the space that is meant to make you feel, seen, make you feel represented. And you know what? I'm not going to act like I have everything figured out. And that's why I need to figure it out with you. And that's why you're here today. So thank you so much for joining me. Yeah, we're going to kiki. I love this for us. Okay. So I want to get into the episode, and I'm just so actually just proud of myself because I've made so much progress. Your girl's just been winning. I'm blessed. I've just turned 28, and I'm just grateful to God. Yes, life has its ebbs and flows. We are learning from them, but I'm just grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful that I get to do this. I'm grateful that I get to impart wisdom and receive wisdom. Your feedback, the things that you guys tell me in return makes me feel good, makes me feel like, I'm doing something and it's not just for me. There's an impact somewhere. And I'm proud of that. I really, really am proud of the way that I've been extending myself and being vulnerable. Shout out to me so bad. Pat on the back. Yeah. So we're going to kiki today. So this episode is called Baggage Claim. And I want to get into, the baggage and the shame that we carry. We've spoken about, the ebbs and flows of life. Just adulting is there's a lot of ghetto-ness to it. And it feels like we are solving eggs for the rest of our lives. And so whilst we do that, I don't want us to really just, close ourselves in our pain, close ourselves in our trauma. And so the question for me is when do we get to, debrief this pain? When do we get to put down the baggage that we are carrying from our traumas, release ourselves from the weight that we are carrying from these traumas? I've seen a lot of older people, carry their baggage. Like I spoke about it in the episode called Ebbs and Flows. A lot of people are carrying this weight from their past traumas. They're not debriefing about it. And I think it's also one of those things where, because in the olden days, they didn't have kind of conversations like we are today. We are privileged to have these kind of conversations. They didn't have therapy. They weren't even speaking about mental health, for goodness sake. They were just, they were just like, yo, and go every day. They were just like, you know what, we're going through it. And I feel very sorry for them. I extend my empathy to them because of how hard that might have been to suppress your emotions, to keep it to yourself. For me, I would hope that we would change the narrative, especially now for us in our 20s and almost now 30s. I would hope that we would do better in debriefing and also putting down our pain, our shame, and our guilt. We are humans. We make mistakes, we make wrong decisions, get into the wrong relationships, wrong friendships, wrong career paths. And I think that as we do all of those things, we beat ourselves up for the mistakes that we made. We beat ourselves up for not seeing that that person wasn't good for you in the first place, or those spaces weren't good for you in the first place, or that career path was never even your vocation. And so we carry around this weight of it. We carry around this guilt of it. And I think that it weighs us down so much that we isolate and that we don't share this weight that we are carrying. And for me, the essence of what community is to debrief with your friends. The reason why you're with your friends, you're like, actually, Trini, Jago, I want to tell you something, and you debrief your pain. This is Baggage Claim. Welcome to Baggage Claim. We are leaving our bags here. You don't have to carry your bag when we go on our flights. We're winning on our flights. We're going better in our flights. We're catching flights. We're catching feelings too. We're not forgetting about the feelings, but we're just not going with the bags. We can't carry the bags whilst we are sitting in the seats, babes. We have to just leave the bags, leave it at baggage claim. We all know the song Bag Lady by Erica Badu, and if you don't, I need you to go and listen to it after this episode. The song and the lyrics say, Bag Lady, you gon' hurt your back, dragging all them bags like that. I guess nobody ever told you. All you must hold on to is you, is you, is you. And then she goes on to say, let me sing this part. One day, all them bags gon' get in your way. I said one day, All them bags gon' get in your way. So pack light. Do 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 pack light. Anyway, that's the point. That's the messaging. We're carrying all of these bags. You're a bag lady, and it's hurting your back. Every day, you're hitting your back, but you're like, I'm still going to take this bag. But the problem with carrying this baggage is that it's getting in our way. It's getting in the way of our vocation. It's getting in the way of our dreams. It's getting in the way of pursuing things. The shame, the guilt of what we've done in the past is getting in the way of who we could be. And I have a problem with that. And that's why this episode is about you. If you feel like you're being clapped, it probably is for you. Wear the slipper, Cinderella. It's yours. It's such a real thing to be going through life and ebbs and flows of life. But what I'm grasping and what I'm seeing is that the shame that I felt from the things that were happening to me really, really held me back. It put me in a dark place. It made me see myself differently. It made me think that other people see me differently, even though I made a mistake, even though life happened to me, even though the trauma and everything that I was holding was something that was out of my control. I needed to learn the lessons, no? I needed to make the mistakes. I needed to see the patterns that I was making. And so, why do I keep myself in this place where I am holding the shame and the guilt and the pain? Why can't I just release myself from this baggage that I am carrying? I remember when I went out the other day, oh, this was so embarrassing. And I wish I could apologize to him because I think I traumatized him. But I had a friend and I'd seen him out and we were asking each other, how's life? How you doing? Da, 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 da. And he's telling me about his life. I'm telling him about mine. But I got to a point where I just started to just debrief like deep things, like deep things that have been happening in my life. And he doesn't know the context. He doesn't know anything. And I was just like, this person died. He was just like, whoa, this is a lot. I did not expect that. And for me, because I was just socially already anxious, I was like, oh my gosh, his facial expression, he probably thinks I'm crazy. He probably thinks, oh my gosh, why would you just tell me something that's so heavy, so deep? And I went back home and I thought about it. And I'm still thinking about it till this day. Like, why did I say that? Why did I give such heavy information about what I am going through? And of course, maybe I felt it was a safe space at that point, but also I just felt so embarrassed that I had let go of my weight and that I was carrying my weight even when I was outside. I was outside. Like it was vibes where we were, and I was just like, I just started to just mouth vomit everything. And I think that it's okay that I did that. I forgive myself, I think. But I'm carrying my baggage everywhere with me. I go to the movies, it's my bag. I go to see my friends, it's my bag. Everywhere ke tsamayang teng, ke mogele le bag ya hae. Mogele siya bag. Siya bag e ya kae? Moralo for what? Why are you holding your bag? Leave the bag alone. I'm like, okay, guys, I'm going to the movies and this is me with my bag. And it's not just a small bag, it's a whole suitcase. And so, what I'm urging you to do as we listen to this episode is to put the baggage down, put the weight of the baggage down. It is weighing so heavily on you that you are struggling to even communicate, Poko. You're struggling to just have normal conversations because the moment someone speaks to you, you're yapping, just giving away information. You know, the point of what I'm trying to say is that it's not your weight to carry. I know that we are traumatized. Life has been traumatizing me. But I can't carry it with me everywhere that I go because it is going to, first of all, dim my light. It's going to exclude me from spaces, but also it's not serving me. In fact, it's just weighing me down. And even now, for instance, I don't have a job. But I think that a lot of what society does is to, make you feel bad for what has happened to you. Like, oh my gosh, you got ghosted? That is so sad. Everybody gets ghosted, guys. People will even make you feel bad because they broke up with you. Guys, people are always breaking up. Why do we feel bad about the normal things that are happening in our lives? Everybody goes through a breakup. Everybody goes through retrenchment. This happened to me. Why am I feeling shame about something that happened to me? It was out of my control. Life has been happening to me. Am I traumatized? Yes. But like, why do I feel the shame and why am I carrying the shame around with me all the time? And I feel like it's such a problem in society that we keep, playing into the narrative of you should be ashamed. Don't even say anything. And so I feel like it's held us back so much that people are sitting isolated in their places, isolated from their family, isolated from their communities, because they are carrying shame. They're carrying guilt. They are carrying pain that they are not debriefing, that they're not speaking about because they are scared of being perceived. They are scared of being judged. They're scared of the open spaces and what society usually judges. They are scared of being in spaces like that. So I just feel like it's problematic. I hate that I've been sitting here with this thing and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. It happened to me. I want to tell you a story about when I went to church camp. We went to church camp. It was great. We were in a campsite that wasn't really aesthetically like pleasing. We've been to better ones before, and so everybody was just like low key, just gossiping and complaining, being like, "Oh my gosh, we can't wait to go to that other campsite that we were last year. It was so much better. We had this, we had cutlery, we had ing. Like we were just going through it, busy go complaining about it. Our leaders were staying in a better place. They just had better facilities around them. And we were just jealous. We even called it Nkandla. So on one of the camp days, the leader said to us, all right, guys, we are packing our bags and we are moving to a better campsite. We were like, yeah. We were so excited. We got hyped. We were like, yeah, we're going to our own Nkandla. This was perfect. We thought we'd never move. This definitely was a prank. Thank God there were cameras on us. We were like, yeah, okay. So this was kind of camera. We're moving. We packed our bags with the quickness. We were out of there. We had all of our bags, our sleeping bags, dikumo, everything. They lead us through a pathway that had bushes. It's about 150 people. It is probably about 32 degrees. It's hot outside. And this is us moving through this pathway with our bags. Yay! We were so excited. We're so up. As we keep walking, we're like, oh my gosh, are we there yet? Like, what is taking so long? We've been carrying our bags. I'm asking my friend this side, can you please help me carry this bag? It's too heavy for my bag. She's like, okay, I'll help you. Ish, okay, no, can you please help me? Everybody's helping each other balance the bags. The men are also there trying to help balance with the girls. You know, we're moving through this pathway. We're going to our own Nkandla. Jiggy jiggy, we get to the place. Please tell me why this place is remote. Please tell me why we've walked into an open space where there's just grass. There is no facility in sight. Literally, we walked to an open space and we're like, where is the Nkandla we're talking about? Our leaders are like, okay, guys, drop your bags. We're like, oh, we've been walking for so long just to get to nothing. What is going on? Kanti, me. And so obviously, a lot of us are upset. We've come with all of our bags. We packed every single thing. We've been carrying things on our backs. We've been walking for the past almost 25 minutes and we've gotten to a remote place where there isn't anything. There's no Nkandla. There's nothing for us. One of the leaders gets up and he starts to preach. And the messaging that he was bringing out was that we carry a lot of our baggage. And a lot of this baggage that we were here complaining about because we got to a remote place is all the bags that we carried. He was like, you guys carried those bags yourself. You packed those bags yourselves. When you left home and you're coming to camp, you knew that you were packing a heavy bag. And so now when it's time for you to carry your bag, you're upset. You're upset. And now we're here like huffing and puffing because we're like, yo, this man is like literally trying to teach us a sermon when we just walked in the sun. The point of his messaging was that we pack our own bags. We go to a party, we're carrying our bags. We go out with our friends, we're carrying our baggage. And what he was trying to get across to us is that God is meant to be carrying your burdens. You're not meant to be carrying it by yourself. So you've made yourself where not in Bogoto, you are carrying your bags every day. When God has said in Matthew 28, come to me, all of you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. But every day we are here carrying our bags. Ke rona tadi bag. They move back. And you're complaining about the fact that you carried your bags to this area. You packed your bag, sweetie. And I think that that's what we do in our lives. We're carrying this weight. We're carrying things that we're not meant to be carrying. It's not even your portion. It's like, even for me, I'm like, actually, I'm a soft girl. I don't know why I have to be there carrying a brass stand. Of course, I won't carry a brass stand, but I'm supposed to be a soft girl. Why am I carrying all of these things? I've been made in the image of God. God favors me. And I'm here carrying things or tapping into things that are not even mine. So I entertain and I go into things and I have anxiety about things that I shouldn't even be carrying. I'm huffing and puffing about things in the future, having anxiety over things that I can't control, and I shouldn't even be carrying them. Life goes into a spiral, and I get it. Sometimes it's like, there's nothing I can do. I have to sort it out myself. I know that's how I felt. I was like, no, actually, I keep praying to God and I feel like He keeps taking me to this direction. And actually, the shortcut is this side. But the thing about going to shortcuts is that it doesn't serve you in the long run. And what God is trying to give you is longevity. What He's trying to give you is rest in Him. He is going to make your yoke easy and the burden light. You're not meant to be carrying all of this weight. And I think that we do that. And the point of why we have community, the point of why we have family, the point of why we have friends is to debrief our pain with each other. I see a lot of us are not even speaking to our friends about our pain because we're like, oh my gosh, oh, she's going through her own ebbs and flows, so I'm just going to keep quiet. And so you go through it alone and you carry it alone. What is the point of having friendships? What is the point of having your family if you are carrying all of this alone? No. The Bible literally says where two or three are gathered, that's where I am in the midst. You're supposed to have community. You're not supposed to be going through this life thing by yourself. You're not an island. You're definitely not an Mbogoto. You cannot navigate through this life thing alone. And so we've isolated because of our pain. We've isolated because of our shame. We see our shame and the things that we've done in the past and how people judged us for what we did. And like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you did this. And so you never speak again just because that one person judged you. Really? Because of one person? We actually cannot allow things and our experiences and the things that we've done in the past 15 minutes ago, 1 minute ago, right now in this seat as you listen to this. You can't hold onto it. You have to let it go. You actually have to let it go. We can't carry the shame because it is a hurdle. It is becoming a hurdle. It has stopped you from pursuing your dreams. It has stopped you from pursuing the things that you're meant to be pursuing. We have to let it go, guys. We cannot continue to carry our pain and our shame. So, as we navigate, guys, here are a few tips that I want you guys to take away from what I'm saying today and what I've said today as a whole. The first thing that you need to do is to acknowledge what has happened in your life and your story. You can't deny that it happened to you. You can't avoid that it happened to you. It happened to you. So, really just understand yourself, understand your story, understand the narrative, why it happened, what your intention was, and forgive yourself for that. Put it down in a journal and just put it down. Don't pick it up. Every day when you go for work, don't pick it up. Just put it down. You don't have to carry it with you. You don't have to go to work with it. You don't have to go to the movies with it. You don't have to go on your date with it. Let it go, sis. Let it go. Another thing to do is to reframe your narrative. Recognize that what has happened in your past doesn't define who you are right now. I literally am not the same person I was 15 minutes ago. I have changed so much. A lot of people will try to hold me in my shame, will try to hold me in the things that I've done in the past, but I'm not there anymore. Say to yourself, I'm allowed to grow from it. Done. The biggest thing that I'm also going to just leave with you about this is community. Invest in your community. And really go to them, be like, hey, dude, I actually want to speak to you about this. I haven't been able to speak to anyone about it, but I would love to debrief it with someone so that I can stop spiraling about what has been going on in my head and all the wrong things that I've done. Release yourself from that. We need to move. We've got things to do. We've got gifts to share, and we are keeping ourselves back because we are dimming our lights, being in spaces where people judge us. Like, just, you need to get out, sweetie. We got things to do. Stop being a bag lady, okay? And so I really, really hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. I really hope that you take from this episode and that you really just leave all of your baggage down. Lay it down to God. He will carry it for you. You don't have to carry it anymore. You just need to speak about it and get it off your chest. 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 You've been holding it long enough. You've done so much since then. You've changed so much since then. And if you want to be a different person, even after this episode, that's okay. Get it off your chest. Get it off your chest so that it stops sitting on you and suffocating you and putting you in a position that makes you such a recluse, that isolates you. Because that's exactly what the devil is trying to do. He's trying to isolate you. He's trying to make you see that, oh my gosh, you're not worthy. And we don't need that because we've got things to do in this world. No? Period. So I am clocking you. Today, this was for you. From now on, leave your bags. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. I really hope that you are taking what I am saying to you. I hope that you will release yourself from that weight and that from now on you'll walk with a pep in your step because you've released the weight that has been on you. Every day when you're walking slow, uyagoa, I can't. Sometimes we need to be happy by faith. Yes, yeah, go up, but come back. Come back, my sister. And let's be happy this side. Pack light, baby. Pack light. If you've also been through the same thing, I would love to hear what you have to say. Please drop some comments for your girl. Let's chat about it. Let's have a conversation about it. Let's navigate this life thing about it. You know how we do. Pearls don't play. And don't forget to share it with your friends, your family, and everyone that you know. And yeah, let's run this melanin motive up. Let's run it up. Thank you so much for joining me. It's your dark skinned girl with a motive, Poko Rams, and we are out. Mwah.